Hey everybody, Steve here, and here to look at all the stories we're following from the AFR News Desk for December 22nd, 2015. So not a lot of news here as we head into the end of the year, but a couple of items I'll mention. First up, over at FTP Sports, they're having a Christmas sale that's going on now through the end of this weekend, and it's for 35% off anything in their store. You just use the code CHRISTMAS15 when you check out to get that discount. You can head on over to their page. I'll post a link in the notes below. And then over at play.com, they've updated their news feed with a couple of new sets that will be coming out next year. First up is the 2015 North American Pro Season for their Soccer Blast game, and that is due to come out on January 11th. And then also they've updated some information on the all-time franchise great football team set that is going to be coming out sometime next year. Although it says that there'll be more details soon, we can assume that that will mean that this coming Monday, when the newsletter comes out, that there will be further details about that. You can check out a sneak peek of the New England and San Diego team on the Under the Hood series that I just finished for second season football, to get a look at both of those teams and see what a really exciting set that is going to be. All right, let's take a look at new releases. Couple of baseball related items this week. First up, just announced today, the PDF download of the 2015 baseball season is now available for Payoff Pitch Baseball over at the Sideline Strategies web store. And then over at the Dynasty Baseball site, they now have the 2015 season available for the online version of their game. And now it's time for the Game of the Week. So this week I didn't get out the normal Game of the Week episode on Monday night, so I decided to combine it here with the news to have sort of a big last episode of the year here, because the show is going to be on vacation next week. So for those of you who haven't seen any of the Game of the Week episodes, what I do is every week I put out a theme for a game to play, and then I invite people to play out a game of their choosing, and then they can post the results. They can either leave a comment on the video here on YouTube, or they can shoot me an email, or sometimes they leave comments on the Delphi forums. And it's gone really well. We've had 10 episodes of it so far, and there's been a lot of great responses. There's been a few people who have become sort of regulars, leaving their game plays, and it's been a lot of fun. And so I wanted to share with you tonight the latest Game of the Week that we had. And this one was perhaps a bit controversial. Last week, Pete Rose had his reinstatement into baseball declined. And so I thought that I would do a Pete Rose tribute for my Game of the Week. And so I invited everybody to either play a game that featured Pete Rose or some other player that you admired what they accomplished on the sports field. And so we had some really great responses. First up on the YouTube channel, we had David Darnell played out a game with the all-time Cincinnati team taking on a all-star team of Negro League greats, and he used Superstar Baseball. The Reds just eked out a 1-0 win that featured a fantastic pitching duel between Satchel Paige and Bucky Walters. Robert Corsair played out a game from the 1978 season, and it was the game where Pete Rose was trying to break the record for the National League hitting streak record. And it was between the Reds and the Mets. In his playthrough, where he was using ballpark baseball, didn't waste any time and had a double right in the first inning. However, the Mets went on to win the game 6-2. And then Paul Wisham used Big K Baseball to play at a game between the 69 Reds and the 83 White Sox. And it was a absolute whitewashing of that Reds team by Lamar Hoyt, who pitched a 6-hit shutout, and the White Sox went on to win 7-0. Then I got a email from David Armstrong, who also runs a YouTube channel called Baseball Demos. I'll post a link to his channel on the video here. And he played out a game with Replay Baseball, and he had the 1975 Reds take on the 1919 Chicago White Sox. And in his game, the Chicago team pulled out a 5-4 win. Shoeless Joe took the MVP honors, going 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs in the win. And then finally, there were a couple of games left on comments on the Delphi forums over on the play.com site. And I'll post links to both of those below for any viewers who are not on the Delphi forums. It's a really great place where a lot of sports board game enthusiasts share their thoughts. There's also a lot of great news that's on there. Most of the gaming companies that I follow have a Delphi forum account. So first up, we had Mark, who goes by the username of RustyMoney9, and he is actually doing a season replay of the 1983 season with the Atlanta Braves. And so he had a 2-game series coming up with the Braves taking on the Phillies. So he left the details of that game, and the Braves were able to sweep both of the games. They won the first one 3-2, and then the second one 8-3, and Pete Rose went a combined 1 for 7 over both of those games. And then the final game was by user Steeler8643, or Bob, over on the forums, and he actually combined 2 themes for the game of the week. The previous game of the week was having a champion versus a champion, and he didn't get a chance to play that out, so he combined that with playing out a game with players that you admire, and he had the 92 Dallas Cowboys taking on the 1985 Chicago Bears using second season football. And in a very tight defensive battle, Dallas ended up winning 12-10, and both of the running backs, Emmitt Smith and Walter Payton, both had fantastic games. I'll put a link up to that because he left a really good recap of the action in each of the quarters, so you can read through that. Everybody, thank you for leaving comments on the game of the week. It's been a really good series building up, and I'm actually glad that I get to showcase it here on the news so we can get some more exposure to that. If you haven't had a chance to check out the game of the week, you can look at the links here for the channel, and you can catch up there. The game of the week will return in 2016 with episode 11. And finally, we have some channel updates. So, as I said earlier in the video, this is going to be the last news of the year. We'll return after the New Year's, and unfortunately, it really looks like the AFR Quest for 1000 is not going to come to fruition. Although it's been a really good ride. Right now we're at 897 subscribers as I'm recording this. So we're going to finish somewhere around 900. So that's a really great number. And unfortunately, just unless we get 100 subscribers here by the end of the year, which would be great. And if that happens, then we'll have a really special New Year's Eve episode where I'll draw a winner of that prize. So I want to thank everybody who's helped spread the word about the channel, and sometime next year we will definitely have another big contest to give away that prize of the second season football, the replay games version of that. So other than that, there will be another question of the week this Thursday on Christmas Eve. I'm going to try to get that out. It's probably going to come out early. It'll come out maybe around lunchtime. And that will be our final video of the year. So I wanted to just take this moment to thank everybody for all their support over the year, over the last 2 years, and definitely looking forward to bigger, better things as we head into 2016. And if you haven't had a chance to check out the other 2 video series that I have, the Game of the Week and the Question of the Week, I invite you to do so and join us on Thursday night to leave your final thoughts on the year. All right, everybody, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you have very happy holidays and a great new year. And until 2016, get out there, have fun, play games, and I'll see you after further review.